Hello, welcome back to the channel here. This is going to be a special message channeling in directly from the Great Mother Source. All right. Shout out to you if you're here. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment if it's open. Sometimes I turn off the comments, sometimes I don't. But make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can make sure you watch every video. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to get into just the current message that is for the collective. I received a dream that is connected to the story of the three Marys that were fleeing persecution. And my dream was another woman who is coming out of the sea. She was dressed, of course, in blue and white, but she was coming in from elsewhere and she needed support. So you collective or someone you know who may be in the position of being a nurturer or a caretaker may be needing some big resources at this time. Make sure you connect with your divine mother energy, your divine nurturing energy, so you can receive guidance in those messages and figuring out what to do next. All right. So I'm going to use the Lilith deck to get into this. So let's see here. We have Black Moon, Lilith, and Scorpio, sexual alchemy, which is starting with number 8. So there's an exchange or there's something karmic that has to end now. Okay, it's your soul purpose and making sure this end and the separation takes place. So this could be like a breakup, or this could be some type of karmic contract coming to an end finally. It's been in the works. The Scorpio ending. This could happen during Scorpio season with the sun following up. But there is a separation of assets. Scorpio is something that you share with someone else. So something you share with someone else is being taken away from them and given onto you. Okay, yeah, this is another 8 here. This is a 44 master number 8. So you've come to, it's time for them, whatever they're holding, because they could be holding you back or holding something back from you that you both share. It's time for them to let go. Yeah, your higher self is leading the way. Your higher self with this multiplication shows me, or it shows me that you have more support than you may realize at this time, due to, again, the Mary energy here, Mary Magdalene, divine loyal goddess. You've been loyal to staying gone from this person or this situation, and to build yourself up with your higher self, so your higher purpose is protected as this takes place. All right, you got soul ascension here with Mars. All right, it's time for you to go there and face your fears head on. Mars is in Cancer right now, and it will be retrograde during the winter months for the northern hemisphere winter. So Mars in Cancer, this has a lot to do with protecting your home, protecting your family. So this fight might go on during this time. You have death and rebirth again, a number 8 with Lilith Capricorn, elevated stylist, and release perfectionism, right? With the, which has the number 6. So you may have gone through a huge death and rebirth situation at this time before Scorpio season even begins. You may have these signs in your chart, but during your death and rebirth process, you've elevated yourself out of a situation that allows you the freedom to do exactly or practice whatever, truth or integrity that you actually have been able to hold this entire time. I feel like whoever is withholding whatever asset this is or whatever shared resource you guys have, one person has been hogging it, trying to get the most out of it. But it's time for, that reality to be cleared. And that can cause a dark night of the soul between you and this other person. I feel like you're going through the dark night of the soul of being, the need to face your fears and release, any illusions that this person may have created for you. that you don't really need to be afraid of. And I feel like too, that person might go through a dark night of the soul because they're losing something that they kind of value highly, um, which I feel like the value is just in making you suffer, making you feel guilty or something. Yeah. And that shadow that you have is being released now. Okay. You may, if you practice, this card talks about candle magic, honoring your individuality here. So if you are a fire sign, or you very good with fire magic, you can use this with your higher knowing to craft out or carve out a plan of action or a process that's going to lead you to your victory best. Yep, you got lead your life here. Emotional clearing and magnetic royal witch. Yeah, because I feel like they're going to play on your character, or they're going to try to do a character assassination upon you and trigger you emotionally to get you riled up. But if you're the person, number one here, if you're the leader of your life and you're in control of your emotions, you're going to use that, all that energy they throw towards you, to alchemize it into something that's actually going to help you, in the whole situation. You're going to be you're going to show them how much of a genius you actually are, maybe even an evil genius if you have Aquarius placements or Uranus heavily aspected in your chart, because you're going to tell the truth. You're going to tell the truth. And I feel like that simple thing is what's going to allow you to end this entire thing, so that it has no ability to come back. Yeah, they're going to find you worthy. As a mother, you got the Mother Earth card here. You're going to be found deemed worthy, a worthy Earth Mother, and you're going to be allowed your light to shine, Leo Sun energy. So everything is going to be all right. You need to focus on, being patient and mature in the situation, using your Neptune energy to create illusions or imagine yourself um, being that, that God, being in that goddess energy. Okay, mother of gods again. So you could be a mother again. This is nurturing energy. All right, you got Lilith and Eve here. All right. Now, this could be two women maybe going back and forth about something, or you got this owl here, which I've been seeing a lot of owls recently, which is an omen or a sign of great change is coming. There's two owls in this picture. Okay, so there's a big shift coming for you and this other person, and it could again be two women, but two nurturers or two mothers in the situation that could be fighting. It's making me think of that movie with Halle Berry and what's her name, when they was fighting over Isaiah. Eventually, she got her son back, but she went through a lot to get him. And you got Lilith here with dark divine mother of creation, and you got Eve here, and it's like a lot of patriarchal evidence shows that Eve might have been the higher divine feminine, but Eve was the one that had to wake up. Lilith already knew her power. Lilith already knew her power, and she didn't compromise her power, where Eve didn't know her power, was being compromised and awakened to the fact that she was. So, yes, someone's going to learn a big, valuable lesson in this situation that may allow them to, heal the mind with the truth. You know what I'm saying? And justice will be served. Okay, justice will be served. You got your intuition about boundaries when it comes to this divine father. This could be, again, this is two mothers. Okay, so one of the mothers could still be with the father, but this is also showing me that whenever there is two women, or whether you're the mother and the daughter, or this is your mother and granddaughter situation, whatever the dynamic between two feminine energies, there needs to be healing. Okay, there needs to be a great deal of healing between you and your divine feminine energy, and there needs to be a clear boundary between your intuition and what you're creating when it comes to your reserves, because we cannot be utilizing our intuition to the fullest extent, because we're too busy trying to create, okay, like a muscle. All right. And there needs to be balance in this. Okay. So you may need to slow down on what you're creating, focus more on your intuition or emotional healing at this time. That may mean you need to separate yourself from certain, divine masculine energies or things that corrupt your divine masculine energy within yourself, regardless if you're identifying as a man or a woman. Okay, we got the Black Madonna here, sacred dark goddess mother with becoming whole again. Okay, so again, this could be you receiving, whatever abundance that was taken away from you. You're going to get that. Okay, and you're going to be able to free yourself from whatever limitation that was placed on you. And, you got Master Manifester here with Venus. Okay, this is all a higher lesson, a lesson of rebirth. Okay, so you could have Venus in Scorpio, or you could have Venus in the eighth house, or it could be a Venus in the eighth house aspect going on for you right now, or Pluto is aspecting your eighth house or your Venus or second house energy. So at this time, it's very important that love and abundance is being manifested for you, but it requires you to free yourself. It requires you to have faith and trust in the reason why you're here in the first place, and be using that intuitive guidance. Don't just try to create and do. You need to be intuitive in how you move. Okay. So let's get some, I want to say some gossip or some dirt on the situation. All right, Spirit, why is this here? Why is this the message here? Okay, we got rumors, gossip, burned out, empty. Okay, somebody is like, they ain't doing shit. Or this person could not be doing anything right now. Or maybe the person that has the abundance that they're withholding from you, whether it's a company or a single person. The person that has that, they're burned out. They're empty right now at this time. This will be a good. I'm hearing this will be a good time to attack. Yeah, you got enough is enough. Old waves. Excuse me, ma'am. Okay, waves of emotion, worry, fear. All right, I feel, yeah, this person is kind of worried right now. This person is worried, so they're gonna do everything in their, come on, everything in their power right now. They're gonna try to utilize in order to either rectify the situation, which is they can do. They can, if they're trying to rectify the situation, that's great. But if not, they better be prepared for what's to come. All right, because justice is going to be served. The scales are being balanced at this time, and it's very important that they realize that. And I'm not sure if they're really paying attention. I do feel like there's some collective that are paying attention, and they are trying to do the right thing and balance the scales with the love and abundance Venus here with the Master Manifester. But they're exhausted because maybe they've been doing something. This could be a scam. Some people may have been involved in a scam or a loss of identification, or someone tried to, steal someone else's identity, like fraudulent ways to make money, and it's time for you to defend yourself. Maybe this has happened multiple times, but today with the waves again, like I said in my dream, it was a woman with the waves coming out the water. So today is the day you may receive something that will kind of like break through. It's like it's finally time, like whatever heaviness you were holding on to because someone was holding on to your abundance, like all that is being broken at this time. Okay, so it's very important that whatever to-do list you have, collective, make sure you stay on top of it. Don't procrastinate on anything at this time, or you'll be feeling like you're drowning or you're behind on something. All right, yeah, whatever someone was trying to keep away from you, they don't have any more options. They can't move forward into anything that they're doing right now on the spirit in the spiritual world. Therefore, it's showing up in the physical world as, they're stuck in a situation they can't get out of. So they've developed a relationship with you that now has shown them to be disloyal. And now they're paranoid. They don't know how this is going to turn out or what's going to happen next with you because they owe you for what they've done to you. Okay. All right. This person is kind of like thinking that maybe you blocked them and you're doing something behind their back. So they're trying to make up for what they've done when really you just kind of let it go and cleared your mind of the situation. Again, here's the water in the background. All right. You've been healing your relationship with your abundance, your self-worth, your self-love, and the people who've done you wrong. The more that you heal, the more that they basically have that paranoia or that fear that you're trying to hurt them or something like that, when really you're just healing. Okay. So yeah, they got to face the consequences of their actions, and that can make people turn out to be very bitter or angry towards you because you're no longer affected by the bad choices that they made. Yeah, you rejected all of that. You're not allowing yourself to be a subject of their mental games, their bullshit. You're not letting that happen to you anymore. Like they literally was playing with you the whole time, and you chose to separate and get away from that person and go live your life the way that you deserve to, and even including you moving on. If this was a previous relationship with the ex, you chose to move on without them and find love elsewhere. Okay. And they know that they did you wrong. They know they did you wrong, but they just don't want to admit to it. Yeah. Now you're in a happier place. And then you got this person still, kind of like holding on to the past. And it may have been the past good times that you guys had or whatever y'all shared. They're still holding on to it. And that may show up as a physical thing or a physical person in order to manipulate a situation between you and this other person. Yep, here's the toxic card coming out. All right. So they may want to apologize to you about what happened in the past and everything. Things can actually go a lot smoother than you may think it will go when they are handing over any assets or claims that they've made. They're kind of like throwing their hands in the towel, kind of like giving up. They try to secure or establish something by holding on to, it could be children or some idea about family between you two. But at this point, they're starting to see that there's more balance or peace with you now than you've ever had. So they had to look at themselves and see that, they was actually the person who was creating all the confusion. They were the person who still haven't let it go while you moved on. Okay, they're the person that's realizing that, or other people around them actually too might be seeing that reason why you chose to walk away from this person, why you chose to separate yourself from this person. And they're starting to be stressed out because they may see that they were being manipulated by this person. They could see that it was a bad decision for them to work with this person against you, collective, and they're starting to question their morals. Yep. Yeah, you moved on, you found someone who can or someone on your team or who you're connected with now, um, you have somebody who is in your corner that will support you no matter what. And the people around you, including the people who've done you wrong, are going to be able to see that. They're going to be able to see the difference between, with this two-faced card, who you were when you were dealing with that person and who you were without them. They're going to see this completely different. You look different. Your skin looks better. Like your hair is thicker and longer. Like they're going to see big changes in you, um, and have to attribute all the sadness or the regret or the pain or, the impoverished ways you were living was all due to that person. It was never you intentionally trying to make that. Yeah, we got Archangel Michael here showing up with divine intervention and protection from harm. Archangel Michael is here telling you to, slow down, smell the roses, get out in nature, get in touch with yourself, just stay optimistic about the success of all everything that you got your hand into to expand in your love and abundance, being a master manifester. All right. So I'm going to leave it there with these cards at the bottom. Yeah, you're dealing with a abusive, conniving, unpredictable psychopath. They're very chaotic. They miss you, but at the same time, is you need to lawyer up. You need I feel like you need to lawyer up because it came out. You need to lawyer up because even though this person may miss you and want to talk to you and deal with you, their family or maybe them, they have somebody who may be drawing up paperwork or have lawyers involved to kind of like deceive you by longing and act like everything's okay when really they just been putting a whole case against you or trying to put a case against you, claiming that you're an unfit mother or something like that. That's the case that they're going to try to make, and that he's better as far as like, you know, authority. You're they're the better authority figure than you are, because you left them or you ran away from certain things. But since you left, you actually healed by cutting ties with them, and now the possibilities of your life have flourished. Meanwhile, they're suffering in silence. Okay, that was a karmic connection that you needed in order for you to open your eyes and see the possibilities that were right in front of you, but you really couldn't pay attention to that because you had someone that was very envious right next to you and resentful and competitive. They wanted to basically put all of your fire out. Okay. They wanted what you have or whatever energy that you possess that made people do things. And because they couldn't figure it out and it had them stumped, they chose to treat you in a certain type of way that made you feel left out or isolated, and made you feel when you were around people that no one saw you or you were small or insignificant. They did that psychological warfare on you on purpose. It was definitely dark magician spell work that was being done. So in your healing, you've been able to undo that, and now it's time to pay the piper. Okay. So if you work with Shango, he's definitely going to enlighten the situation with the tower moment. If you work with Ogun or any deity that represents just straight up guerrilla warfare, just going to war, that energy is here to assist you as well. Okay, they will fight for you. And that energy doesn't do, small battles, like they go for the jugular. So yeah, the card we have here is confusion. Okay, I'm gonna look at this and then I'm gonna close out the video. Let me see. Let's look for confusion. 106. So 106, 16, or 7 could be very significant for you. All right. So it says confusion is a rotting belief yet undetected. The fish represents one's faith. The octopus represents the complex situations that test faith. The inky water represents fear and unclear emotion. So yeah, the octopus can, release ink when they are in fear or in shock of something. So maybe your healing of your nervous system, you need to start working on that now so people aren't able to easily trigger you. Eris was the Greek goddess of rivalry, discord, and strife. You may have that aspected in your house of Aries. You need to look into that. It says when there are too many factors to be analyzed in a situation, or there doesn't appear to be any order, we become confused and varying levels of panic ensue depending on the importance we place on resolution. If solving a riddle becomes top priority, it will be solved if we remain calm and focused and work on solving one problem at a time. That is the only way. Instinctually, we all know this, but sometimes an issue may intimidate us so much that we can become overwhelmed by the daunting task ahead. This is a critical time for many people because it is at this point of confusion that they abandon something that was worth pursuing because it's too hard. And maybe they trying to use that um, storyline collective to the legal system of whoever it is that be like, you gave up So they felt like they had a right to take or hold on to whatever you may have abandoned at the time because you felt like it was too much or you couldn't do it. But now collective that now that you've healed, you've come to, take responsibility for your actions. So let me finish reading. What we must remember is that clarity is a prize that we must bestow upon ourselves by being patient and persistent in the quest. If you get this in the reading, you're not clear about one or several important factors related to your question and you need to be in order to move forward. It may be telling you not to be afraid to seek more info and ask questions, or you may be warned against giving up altogether because you found the quest to clarification too difficult. Okay. So, the Great Mothers is basically telling us whatever it is that you've been working on when it comes to making things right, justice being served. It may not be easy, it may not be very pretty, but it is well worth the fight to put in, especially because this seems as if it is of extreme high importance. Yeah, at the bottom we have purity, so you may be fighting for your purity or the purity of someone else. It could be a child involved. This should be pursued 100%. And if it gets ugly, it gets ugly. You do not need to walk on eggshells or play soft and um, play the background just to make someone else feel good. Like, no, tell the truth. I feel like the truth is what's going to set the situation free from you and whatever you're um, taking back. You're taking back. All right. And I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace.